It's a Minimalist Monday edition of Optimal Living Daily, episode 2371, 5 Reasons Why We Hold On to Stuff by Karen Liszewski of KarenLiszewski.com, and I'm Justin Malik. Happy Monday and welcome back to Optimal Living Daily, where I read to you with permission from the authors, and we're going to get right to our Minimalist Monday post as we optimize your life. 5 Reasons Why We Hold On to Stuff by Karen Liszewski of KarenLiszewski.com. Quote, "Make room for what matters, let go of what doesn't. It's that simple." Robert II. Every single one of us at one point in our lives have held on to something for far longer than we should have. We have kept stuff in storage units and closets, never to see the light of day for years and years, instead of letting go and getting rid of it. I am 100% guilty of doing this. For so long, I said yes anytime someone wanted to pass something down or give me something, and never got rid of anything. Even if I didn't like it or wanted to have it in my home, I never said no. I mean never. I continuously cluttered my home with knickknacks, hand-me-downs, and things I bought at TJ Maxx when I was bored. Nothing against TJ Maxx. I can spend hours walking around that store, always coming out with things I don't need. There's so many reasons why we hold on to stuff and sometimes have a hard time parting with items. And everyone has a different reason and a different mindset about decluttering and letting go. Let's break down 5 common reasons why we hold on to things and find it difficult to say sayonara to some of our belongings. Number 1, guilt. One of the main reasons why people tend to hold on to stuff way longer than we should is out of guilt. Oftentimes, we don't get rid of something because we don't want someone else to get their feelings hurt. Maybe someone bought you that dresser a few years ago, but it just doesn't fit with your style anymore. Or maybe your family member passed something down from a deceased family member, but it truly doesn't really mean that much to you. When this happens, guilt is playing a huge role in your decision to keep the items. Something to remember when you're feeling this way is that you are the one who lives in your home, not other people. Please try not to feel guilty over wanting something different in your space. If something no longer serves you and your home, it's okay to move on from it. Number 2, nostalgia. Oh, this is the one that gets me all of the time. I'm very nostalgic when it comes to things and what they represent. Whether that be a person or a moment in time that meant something to me, I tend to link the emotions with physical items. However, during my decluttering journey, one thing I've learned is that those feelings and those memories don't leave with the items. Sure, there are some items that you will hold on to for the rest of your life because of someone or something they represent. For me, I'll forever cherish the letters my husband and I wrote to each other when he was in boot camp. I'll never part with them. But that outfit that my daughter wore one time when she was 6 months old, I have learned to let go of that. The memory of her in the outfit will stay with me long after the item is gone. Try to limit the amount of stuff in your home that are only there because of nostalgia. Pick items that are precious to you and say goodbye to the rest. Number 3, what if? But what if I need that purple sweater a year from now? What if I need that set of dishes that we haven't used in 3 years? What if I want to use that face mask next month? The what if game is a slippery slope and one that most of us have slid down a time or two in our lives. Even when we haven't used or wanted an item in a long time, it is so easy to decide to keep it in case you might want it one day. A good rule of thumb to follow is if you haven't used it, needed it, or wore it in a year or more, chances are you won't be looking for it a year from now. Number 4, money is tight. For more years than I care to count, I have kept things for the simple reason that I couldn't afford to replace them. Sweaters with holes in them, shoes I didn't like, and old purses are all examples of things I have kept way longer than I should have because I couldn't get new ones. Today, even if I can't afford to buy a new pair of jeans right away, I get rid of them when they no longer serve me. This can mean they don't fit, they are worn and ratty, or I simply don't like the style anymore. I've been down to only one pair of jeans, but ones that I love and make me feel good. And I was okay with it because I knew eventually I would get a second pair. It's okay to get rid of something you can't immediately replace if it no longer brings you joy or is something you use. You aren't wasting money by letting the stuff go. You're simply deciding to only leave in your home the things that you love and use. Try not to get trapped in this mindset. Easier said than done, I know. And number 5, fear. For so many people, there is a lot of fear that comes with decluttering. Fear of the unknown, fear of missing something once it's gone, and fear of change are just a few ways fear shows up in decluttering. When you're making any kind of change in your life, especially when it comes to your home and the stuff in it, it can be incredibly scary. One thing to try and remember is that decluttering looks different for everyone. You don't need to get rid of anything you don't feel comfortable removing from your life. Go slow, take your time, and be intentional with your decluttering. Take as long as you need and keep as much as you want. You just listened to the post titled 5 Reasons Why We Hold On to Stuff by Karen Liszewski of KarenLiszewski.com. And thank you to Karen. Some of these are definitely easier said than done, and it's going to vary depending on your personality and stuff you're holding on to. One thing I'd add for the point about nostalgia is that I do agree the memories don't actually leave once we part with the item. I'm sure there are things that you can remember even right now that you might have, but you don't even know where it is. Yet we still can almost feel that item. Now, if it really does add value to your life, of course, keep it. But if you don't know where it is and happen to stumble upon it when decluttering, well, then it's likely okay to let it go. Now, you might say that if you let go of the item, then you'll forget you even had it. But when you see it, it brings back memories. And that's fair enough. In those situations, what I'd recommend is to simply snap a picture of it and then put that picture into a separate folder on your phone or computer, or even a physical folder, so you can reference it whenever you want to trip down memory lane. For me, that's a simple solution that not only helps declutter, but also lets you cherish the memory and have it someplace organized that's easy to find. So maybe they'll add some value for you. If not, well, you can always keep the item, no judgment here. And with that, have a great start to your week, and I'll catch you tomorrow with another article where your optimal life awaits.